scene while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Play action now. Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 35 on second down, Brissett. He gets it to Matthews, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch the slant. 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 Tight dog.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
Check out. 240. Strong right. Check 52. 12. 12.
Off of play action. Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Play action. It's locked. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
47's the mic. Check pass, check pass. 47's the mic, 47's the mic. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Let it go.
First down, Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett, and he will find his big tight end over the middle. That one good for 26 and a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Switch up. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
Brissett. He finds his target. It's Matthews. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Brissett on 3rd and 2. And he connects with Ebron. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 21.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And they'll get him down right about the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On third down, Brissett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rashard Matthews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll run here with Lindsey. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Margus Hunt able to take him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 12, Luck steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
4-7's the mic, 4-7's the mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
The tackle by Will Park.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Colts on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Luck. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Fant, the 1st-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. 2nd tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the 2nd Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Bravo!
To the air again, Luck. And an alley to run. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Luck. They'll find Lindsey here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Luck. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on,
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Margus Hunt able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. You finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Brissett on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Mike, 45. Let's go. Come on. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
He's got it to Matthews, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Check 45 to Mike. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On first and 10, Brissett. He finds Matthews. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
18 more yards. That's another hold. First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Record. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. All day, baby, all day.
And in the air once more, it's Brissett to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Matthews there, but it'll be second and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they could smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Brissett to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Rush in. Strong right. Rush in.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, Locke. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Margus Hunt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Locke. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Love. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game. And on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So we got man. Whoa. 34, right 34. Scoot. I got one.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Mack. And he's got this down to the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Brissett now. He completes this one to Mack. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception in this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You go tight. Go. You got tight right there.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
That's going to be a long day. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Quick throw here to Hilton. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Luck now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now it's Luck. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Luck throwing again. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. The 3rd down run gets them nothing. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Luck. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Indianapolis, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big scam, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey,
we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers.